Mick fixes junk. It's for the games.
Hey folks, welcome to Mick Fixes Junk again. Today I am fixing my wife's sunglasses, which seem to have come apart. And I should say it's been a little bit of a delay on the stream. I was sick last week, so not a whole lot going on there. But all better now, so we can get on with it. Let me just clean these a little bit. Wow, these are actually pretty clean, even as it is. My wife takes such good care of things. Okay, so hey chat. Yeah, broken glasses. Oh yeah, and yeah, you didn't see me the last week or so. I was sick, so feeling better now. So we're back at it. This is probably going to be just a quick stream. I have to go back up at like 8 o'clock. Anyway, but we're going to fix these glasses. So it's actually not that disastrous. The glasses themselves will come together again. I think what's happened is the epoxy has come off that keeps the this arm in here, because I don't see that it was mechanically attached at all. She said it just fell apart, and I believe that is the case. So you see, it's kind of, well, it kind of sort of works. But let's take a look. We'll take a look at the working arm, and then we'll take a look at the broken arm. So let's go. Oh, I'll leave the microfiber cloth there. Yeah, actually that might be a good idea, because there is some kind of micro abrasion stuff. Okay, so now we have a yellow background. Chat suggests that we keep the yellow there because we're fixing glasses. I agree with chat. Let's just leave that there. And yeah, I'm sure it's a nice high contrast background for Twitch as well. Okay, so, well, actually, now that I say that, I'm going to have to put a little piece of soft paper on the microscope as well. So let's take a look at the side of this. We will change, just go to Pro Top Right for a second. We will just zoom in. We're not quite there. Where are we? We're not quite there, not quite there. There we go. All right, so this is the working end. Perfect. All right, let's go full scope. Full scope. All right, let's go more light. More light, more light. Ooh, lots of light. Okay, so it would appear that this piece here has popped out. There is a little lug that goes from this piece here. So it's basically in two pieces. Where I've got my edge knife here, it splits into two. So there is, on the left-hand side of this knife and on the right-hand side, those are two pieces. And then what you can see in here is the beginning of a kind of like a bolt that goes in, and it goes into about here on this receiver here. And so what's happened is this piece has pulled out and it's left the receiver and this arm of the glasses just sitting there. So I'll show you that now. Most glasses do, but not these ones. Most glasses, Chad is asking, don't they just use a screw? And I would say yes, most of them do. But these ones are extra special weird glasses, and so they don't do that. They do have a screw, chat, but what the screw is doing is it's holding this arm in. Okay, so here's the side. There's your screw. Let's just get some focus here. So there's your screw. There's your pivoting arm so that you can move the glasses back and forward, right? And then this arm is the bolt, and that bolt goes into the receiver. Let's put this back now on the thing. And the bolt goes into the receiver, and the receiver is here. Let's have a look. See? So there's our receiver. Sorry, I'll just show you the whole receiver. So there's the receiver. There's the hole in the receiver. Okay. And so what you can see has happened here, as far as I can surmise, is that it's actually been glued. So this here is epoxied or glued in, because there's no other obvious way that this was attached. So as far as I can see, this was glued. And so when it was glued, I mean, there's a lot of things that could make that come apart, like heat or force and other things. And that's probably what happened, because there is no mechanical screw attachment to get this back in. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get some epoxy. I'm going to pour it into this hole. I'm going to put a little bit there too. And we're going to reattach it. So that's the plan. That's the plan for today. Chat, if you disagree with that plan, speak now, forever hold your peace, because that's what you're going to be watching for the next like 15 minutes. No scope. It is so hot in here. It's so hot in here. Very hot. Very hot. Whereas I would normally wipe my brow with this, but this is now my glasses thing. We need JB Weld. You do need JB Weld, but what's wrong with this? This is the original Gorilla epoxy. Sets in 5 minutes. Sets clear. But yeah, it's basically JB Weld. This is good stuff. I've used this before. So we're going to use tiny amount, but we are going to use Gorilla epoxy, and we are going to put Gorilla epoxy into that little tiny hole. Now, before we do that though, we're going to do the good old Mick Fixes Junk clean things. So let me just look under the microscope for 1 second again here. Pro top right. I want to see. Yeah, okay. So I'm just going to get in there with a little with a little sort of thing for cleaning. What do I call them? Cotton swab. So no multimeter required this evening. Okay, that's a pretty new thing for Mick Fixes Junk. No multimeters allowed. So no multimeters this evening. It's just going to be cotton swabs, alcohol, epoxy, and just pure unadulterated raw skill. That's what we're going for. We've got our alcohol over here, primed and pumped. There we go. Primed and pumped is the name of the game here. In under the microscope with my little thing. Let's clean you. Yeah, I like that. Actually, look at this. Can I get in there? Ooh, that's probably good. Ooh, yuck. Yeah, looks like that was a good idea. Okay, let's get another one of those. Hopefully I don't cut myself. Can't guarantee that, chat. Definitely can't guarantee it. In fact, more likely to happen than not. But will endeavor to avoid the cutting. Hopefully I don't cut myself. All right, let's go again. Or just get this here. All right, so yeah, it seems like it's quite dirty in there, that little glasses thing there. All right, that's okay. So we clean that. Okay, now, so we've cleaned the receiver. Now let's clean the bolt. Clean the bolt. Okay, here we go. I could score the bolt as well. You know? What I mean by that is, like, to get the epoxy to attach to it, give it a good old scraping with you know, a metal that's harder than it is. Okay, so this is kind of coming apart, which makes sense. These are very fine little sort of fuzzy things that are used for makeup. So they're not really for this like hardcore thing. So you can see it's kind of coming apart. That's okay. I didn't really need to do too much of this anyway. Okay. All right, so we'll just move you away over there. We'll put that there. Okay, so that's all right. Let's just put that down there. Okay, now let's go get extra light. Not too much extra light, that's too much. A little bit. Now, let's get our X-Acto knife. Oh, wait a second, I think I have a new X-Acto knife. Give me a minute. Well, okay, maybe new X-Acto knife is an exaggeration. Let's just call it less abused X-Acto knife. That's what we'll call it. It's less abused. And now that I say that, maybe then it's also the wrong X-Acto knife to use for this purpose. Maybe I shouldn't use my brand new blade on this. Because what I'm wanting to do is just cut up the yeah, I'm going to use my old blade. Now that I say that, I just can't even get this new blade. I can't even get it attached, so I don't know what my plan was in the first place. Okay. All right, let's just use the old blade. Okay, so what I'm trying to do here is, and I want to be careful not to scratch glass here, or even the frame, is just to score this a little bit. This is probably where chat is correctly assuming I'm going to cut myself. And I think that that's a reasonable assumption that this is the point at which you would cut yourself doing this job. I'm going to just do that there on this side. I'm going to now... Okay, so we've got some nice kind of sort of scoring there. Okay, now we're going to go from the back. We're going to try and do some more scoring. Let's go full screen. Let's go full pro scope. Let's get more light. Let's do some scoring. All right. Yeah, I just don't want it to be as smooth as it is. It doesn't need to be crazily scored. All right, that'll do. I don't need it to be insane. All right. That's enough. Plus, as well, the more I do this, I probably will end up cutting myself, you know. So let's go in here again. Whoa. Let's get all the grit off of there. All right, let's just get that. Okay, I'm happy enough there. All right. All right. Okay. I'll just put that there. I'm reasonably happy. Yeah, I'm happy enough with that outcome. You know, it's just an extra step that I'm wanting to do, but it's probably not even essential, frankly. And anybody who didn't have a scope probably would never do that. Now, on this side, we're already clean. Let's go back to the bench. No scope. Okay. And funnily enough, I've got like not a lot of light. I don't know what's going on, or like a slightly darker hue to my stream right now. Even though I've got an overhead light, but like whatever, it's not working. So it does seem a little bit darker now, or feels darker. I don't know. Let me just turn off the light. When I turn off the light, it feels even darker again. Oh, you know what it is? I think it might be because of the light of the... I think there's some adjustment happening with the GoPro because the lights are coming in from the scope. Might that be it? Yeah, that could be it. Boy, now I'm shining the scope on my eyeballs. Anyway, let's move to next step. Next step is to get the Gorilla Glue. Now, I'm going to fold back the yellow for a second, right? Because this Gorilla Glue might be a little old, and I might have to punch a hole here to make this all work. Hang on a sec. Or I might have to do something weird to make this work. Okay, so there's that. Oh, whoops. All right, so one side of this just opened violently. The other side didn't. Okay. Sorry, I'm just trying to see what's going on with the epoxy here. Okay, let me just leave that there. Let me just clean this epoxy off of the screwdriver that I used to puncture it. Let's clean up the epoxy off of the mat. And now let's try and put some more epoxy in even amounts on the thing. Will it even work? Oh, they're working. Yeah, it's working. Cool. All right, that's good. I wanted to see if I could get like even amounts of the epoxy on both sides of the little pusher there. So that seems to have worked. It's quite happy with that. Looks like the unit is working and the little sealer, I guess, kind of sort of worked. All right, all good. This is all good stuff. This is all good stuff. All right, so now we're going to just take the little, this is going to be very cool because I'm going to take off the little thing there. We'll put a little bit of that over there. And now I need a little mixing table. Mixing table, mixing table. And when I say mixing table, I mean piece of paper. I see something I can use. I just don't want to use it. Let's see over here. Oh, wait. I bought a new bass amp. Totally unrelated. In unrelated news, I bought a new bass amp. And guess what? It came with a little sticker, which is now my mixing table. Come on. Okay, so it's not really coming out in even amounts, but that's okay. What I need to do is just get this little globule bit. Yeah, I need that globule away. Yeah, so that's what's happened is this is blocked up with globule. That's okay. See, this is why I need my mixing table. So this is old Gorilla Glue, so what's happening is that it's not coming out in even, both sides aren't coming out at the same time, but now they are. See now? Yeah, there we go. Okay, so this first part here is not good, but the other part is, so now we're going to mix. A do 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 do. A do 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 do. Do 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 do. A do do do. A do do do. A do do do. A do 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 do. A do do do. Okay, looking sharp. Looking sharp. This probably stuff's probably going to set wicked quickly because it's 1,000 degrees in this room. All right. So we already have too much globule on this. So we're going to start feeding a little bit into the glasses. And luckily, this thing that I'm using is actually small enough that I can actually put it in there. Right? So as I feed this in, it really is like feeding in. Okay. Okay, it's I don't want to have too much, but I also don't want to have too little. So we're going to keep feeding this stuff into that little hole. Sorry, yeah, I mean, you can probably see what I'm doing here. There's going to be a little bit of squeeze out, I'm sure, once I fit this. We obviously don't want to squirt any of this onto the thing. Now, here's the tricky part. Actually, now that I've realized it, let me see. Oh no, I'm wrong. Am I wrong? So yeah, so pivots on this, pivots on this. Okay, so that's okay. So it does. What I was trying to figure out is if I really wanted to glue the back of this onto it here, but I do. So let's go in, and we're in. Sorry, we're not quite in. Okay, there we go. Now, it is definitely this is going to take a minute. I'm going to have to hold this for God knows how long. We could leave it like that, which we might have to do because I feel like this is going to take a while to set. Like, you know, so anyway, we'll see what happens. Uh, okay, that's it. What else is going on? What else is going on? Well, let me just put this glue over here for a minute. Hey folks, so it's the next day, and I've let these glasses sit for about 12 hours with the epoxy on, and the epoxy is set and these are fixed. So yeah, that looks to have been a successful fix there. One thing I will say is I might have removed the screw first when I was doing this. Not a big deal, you know, but I think it just would have given me a little bit more room for adjustment when I kind of reassembled it, because I could have taken off the screw here and just epoxied the sort of the actual arm piece and then re-screwed it on. But I think by leaving it on, it gave me the opportunity to figure out, you know, if I'd actually be able to move it like this as I had done it. So I think either way would work. But anyway, these are fixed. I've pulled on it. It's not going anywhere. Gorilla Glue epoxy seems to do the job. Yeah. So if you have a similar issue or if something like this happens, yeah, give it a go. Let me know how it let me know how it turns out. That's it. Comment, like, subscribe, and I'll see you next time.